Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on, say it with me. You know the drill. Wake up and where, wake up and where, wake up and where. Good morning, everyone. This is your girl, Dr. Najuma, and I'm so glad to be on with you this morning for our Wake Up and Windward. Okay, I can't get this open. Never mind. Listen, it is a Winners Wednesday, and I am super excited to be on with you all this morning and to share with you a Winners Wednesday word, a Winners Wednesday word. Yes, it's Wednesday, and I have a word to share with you today. And so get all settled in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe so to help set the algorithm so people know to find us, so people know we're here, so people know to join us. All right. And so again, I am your girl, Reverend Dr. Najuma, and I'm here to share with you our Winners Wednesday word. But before I do that, let me reintroduce myself. Again, I'm Reverend Dr. Najuma Smith. I'm a pastor. I do work in public and community engagement. I do a whole bunch in South LA, Los Angeles. I run a nonprofit, Southern California Community Empowerment Corporation. But and I use this platform to offer a weekly winners win word, a weekly's Wednesday win word, a weekly Wednesday win word. There we go. Got it all out there. Um, to hopefully encourage, inspire, support, um, uplift, that if you've gone through any kind of major loss, that you can know that you can recover, restore, rebuild, and win again. See, several years ago, I lost my oldest son. His life was taken, and in this 6 year journey, it's been 6 years now. I have developed this, or out of the pain, has evolved this platform called Wake Up and Win. And really, it's about knowing that we can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. That we can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. And so, with all the work that I do, what I do know to be true is that grief and loss do not have to be the end of our story. They are a part of our journey, a part of our story, but not the end of our journey nor the end of our story. So I use this platform to offer a weekly win word. So no matter what difficulty, life trauma, devastation you've experienced, we can recover, we can restore, we can rebuild, we can become resilient and get back out there and win again. And so today's word, Winners Wednesday word is emotional overwhelm reset. Emotional overwhelm reset. And emotional overwhelm reset. Now, here's what I know. There have been moments in my journey, and I had one recently where I felt this overwhelm of emotion, and it was grief, but it was grief, it was heaviness, and it just felt like a lot. And I had to just sit down and breathe and get real clear about where I was, what was happening, and allow my body, my mind to kind of recalibrate. And what I want to offer is whatever you've gone through, there will be moments in the journey of recovering, restoring, rebuilding, becoming resilient, or being resilient, that the emotions of it all will flood. I've talked to several people who've had these flood of emotions, this flood of feelings. And sometimes it's so big, it's overwhelming. And so I came up with this process called emotional overwhelm reset. And it's three simple parts, and I want to share that with you today. Because maybe you haven't lost someone like I have or others to violence, but maybe you have your hands full with things on the job. Maybe you have some major decisions you have to make or you've had to make. Maybe life has shifted in such a way that you weren't expecting things to turn out the way they did. Listen, we're all going through something in the United States with this current administration. Regardless of what side you're on, we're all going through something. And the emotions can flood and be overwhelming. So I want to offer you my three parts to resetting when you have an emotional overwhelm. The first is to stop and to pause. Don't try to push through it. Don't try to push through it. Nope. Allow yourself a moment of pause so that way you can slow things down. What we tend to do, especially in the United States, is we try to push through, push through, push through, push through, push through. But I want to offer you today that pushing through may not be the thing, but allowing yourself to pause, allowing your body, your mind, physically pause. And when you pause, you stop. Like you just allow yourself to stop. And so that things can slow all the way down. Because it's in the slowing down that you'll be able to do step number two. And step number two is to assess what's really happening, right? Assess what's really happening. When I felt the last emotional overwhelm, I was in the store with my other two children. And there was a lot of movement going on, a lot of people, a lot going on with my kids, what they were trying to do and didn't want and wanted, blah, 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 blah. And I just felt it. Whoof. And if I had just pushed through, I might have spiraled down emotionally. But allowing myself to pause. And even in the store, y'all, I stopped. You know how they have those displays for clothes and shoes? I just sat on the edge of the display and just paused. And what I had to assess is what's really happening. Is it really like as bad as I feel? Like what's really going on? And again, your assessment of the reality will be different than mine. But it's important to slow things down so you can really get a grasp of what's happening, what is and isn't happening, what's real and not real. What can you do? What do you need to do? What can you just kind of like, okay, nothing needs to happen. But assess the moment and really determine what's really going on. Is something physical going on? Is something environmental going on? Is there something disruptive going on? Like what's going on? And for me, in that moment when I sat down in the store, it was like my kids were battling about what they wanted. The people couldn't find our stuff. Then there were other people there. The store was crowded. And I had to just stop and pause and really assess what was happening. Because the overwhelming feeling I felt was like life is not treating me right. But that really wasn't what's happening, right? But that was a feeling. And if we just push through sometimes or don't do anything, we can spiral down or spiral out of control. And so by pausing, you slow things down so you can do step two, which is assess what's really happening, what's really going on. And then number three, make a decision about what you'll do next. So I sat there for a moment. I took some deep breaths, kind of assessed what was really happening. Okay, told my body and my mind we're safe, right? We're safe. We're okay. And then I had to make a decision, and the decision was, let's get up, let's get our things, let's quickly pay, and let's go. We were done shopping at that point, and that's okay because that's what I needed to do next was to finish up this sale or this purchase so we could move on to the next thing. And I don't know what your step will be. You might need to take a step to go outside, take a walk, eat some food, drink some water, which is why I keep plenty of water around me, right? Because it's so important to drink water. I got like 3 different sizes of water on my desk. I want to drink this one, but I can't open it right now. I got to go in the kitchen. But decide what you need to do for you. And this is how, when you have that emotional overwhelm, you can reset in the moment, pause, like seriously pause. If you're driving, pull over. If you're on the bus and you can get off, get off. If you're on a train, you can get off, get off. If you're on an airplane, you might have to go into the bathroom. If you're in a restaurant, step out and go outside, go in the bathroom. If you are at home, go in a different bedroom. If you're out with friends, tell your friends, I'll be right back, and go outside in the back, or they have an open area, or get a stamp in your hand and tell the people at the front door, you'll be right back. You can do this wherever, whenever you need it. So whenever you have that emotional overwhelm, this is how you do the reset. Pause, stop. Just allow yourself the moment to stop and pause. So that way you can slow things down. So then you can do the next thing, which is to assess what's really happening, what's really going on, what's triggered you, what's bothering you, what's upsetting you, disrupting you, or is it real? Is it made up? Is it, like, what's really going on, and assess it. And then in assessing it, then you can make a clear decision, a clear conscious decision about what you need to do next. So that way we don't spiral down or spiral out of control. Because the reality is, if you've gone through any kind of trauma, any kind of challenge that's really big, and you're in this journey of recovery, story building, and becoming resilient, this is a process. This is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. And so there's some things that we have to do for ourselves. And that emotional overwhelm is real. And the more and more I talk to people and work with individuals who've gone through loss and grave disappointment, this emotional overwhelm comes up. And sometimes people find themselves saying, I just have a strong emotion. I don't know what to do. So that's why we came up with the emotional overwhelm reset, 3 steps. Stop, pause, slow things down. Number 2, assess what's really going on. And once you've done that, number 3, what decision do you need to make next for you? So you can exit safely, re-enter safely, feel safe, know that you're safe, be very clear about what's happening and what's not happening. And maybe you need to leave, or maybe you can stay. It's just up to you. And so I hope this helps you. I hope this helps someone as you process through, as you recover, restore, rebuild, become resilient, so you can get back out there and win. Emotional overwhelm reset. Check it out. Try it for yourself. And let me know how it goes for you. Let us know in the comments how that goes for you. Now, as we wrap things up today, I want to say thank you for joining us on our Wake Up and Win Word, the Wednesday Win Word for you. The Winners Wednesday Win Word. Wednesday Winners Win Word. Slide W's. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being tuned in. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Share out with your followers. Let somebody know that we have this wonderful podcast and show every Wednesday. And we look forward to seeing you next week. We out, y'all. Peace.